This girl. It's unfortunate though that I wasn't able to get my nails done as well. They look terrible. Kuri, I don't know what it is about nails that end up making you look like you're not loved at home or something. They just make you look like your life is not together. You don't care about your appearance. But it really isn't that. It's the fact that I actually really did not have time to get this, like, figure this out. The time in between the time that you knock off and the time that you're supposed to be out of the nail tech's shop or house is very slim. So if you have a busy weekend or a working weekend, and then midweek comes around, it's almost impossible for you to get your nails done unless, like, I don't know, until your next free weekend. But anyway, what I really love about this season of my life is that I'm not too, like, doesn't drive me crazy when I look crazy. I mean, I was starting to become bothered though with how my hair was looking. But anyway, you know what they say about new hair, clear skin. I hope you guys are seeing that my skin is looking clearer. I think it's also the color of the hair, this ombre color. I was telling my hairstylist that the last time I did this color was back in like 2016 or something. So I'm so happy to redo it. And the last time I did twists like this, I think was 2016, 2017, not less braidy, the faux locks, then booty French hair. We were keeping up with what was on Salvine. The only thing that I'm really sad that I never got to experience was Sangita. That still breaks my heart. Karna, nakanako tsane, nako ya rona. I went to a government school and not a private school. I think by the time the holidays came, but I just never got to plant Sangita until it um, disappeared. Anyway, hi, my name is Dipuka Muleboche. On this platform, I am known as Barbs because Barbs is my first name. I prefer Dipuka because it is more of a it fits better with my personality type and my destiny. So anyway, today's topic we're going to be talking about family, and this is building off of what we were talking about yesterday about the story of the prodigal son. So one of the things that I talked about or that I mentioned yesterday was how, and please don't be bothered by this. This is what I was eating something when I was getting my hair done, and it landed on the shirt. And what really bothers me is the fact that this is the second time, like, this shirt, I only was able to wear it yesterday after getting it out of the laundry because I wasn't able to wear it for the longest because I had gotten food on it again, and I had to put like sunlight liquid and bicarbonate of soda on it to get the oil stain out. So now I'm gonna have to do that again, and then I don't know when I'm gonna be able to wear it again after getting this out. This poor shirt. It's like, is it my eating shirt or what? Anyway, the story of the prodigal son. So, building off of that story, we're talking about how sometimes the best thing that you can do for somebody you love, whether it's your friend, whether it's your family member, is to just wait in prayer for things to work out. And I hope that this thing is like, should I bring it down? Yeah, okay, I've got it down. The best thing, I know it's shaking. Oh God. Oh God. Okay, sometimes the best thing that you can do is wait in prayer. Um, Not fight, um, not overcompensate. Sometimes the best thing that you can do in the situation where somebody you love is has done something heartbreaking, or they've cut you off, or whatever, or you've had to cut them off. I don't know, whatever. So, um, or you can just yeah. You can wait in prayer. You can let time do what it does best, as well. So for me, and I've mentioned this quite a few times on my channel, on my TikTok, so many places I've mentioned this, but it's fine. I'll talk about this again. That I used to have a strained relationship with both my mother and my brother. And I'm pleased to say that right now, where I'm at in my life, my mother and my brother are my two favorite people. And it's funny because growing up, I used to be one of those people who was really close with her friends. It's like my friends were my family, and my friends' families were my family, because I didn't have a good relationship with my own family. And I don't necessarily think it was a thing of really during that because of becoming born again, but it happened around the time that I became born again that I'm noticing that these bonds are even more strengthened. But I think it's also just a time thing, and it's also just the thing of the fact that my life has slowed down a lot. I was thinking about it a few days ago actually. I was asking myself, Dipuka, because this year, in addition to the born again thing, this year I promised myself that um, I'd I'd not drink like for the whole year and see what happens. It was not necessarily a promise to God. It was that, but it was also just I just want to see what's gonna happen. I want to see what I'm gonna learn. So I've been doing that, and I've noticed that because of that, my life has slowed down a lot. I don't really go to places anymore. I don't really go out at all, and when I was thinking about it the other day, I was like, maybe that has actually also contributed to how good your relationship with your family is. Because I think one of the things that we don't take into account, or one of the things that we don't think about, is that there's a lot of distraction that happens when we're in our party girl, party boy phase. I think we think the thing about the human mind is that we think that, or rather, as humans, we like to justify, I can control this, my life is under control. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't care that I went out and I left my house a mess, and I came back in, and I quickly got KFC, I ate that. Um, None of that has to do with alcohol. None of it. I should think you guys understand what I'm trying to say. None of what is happening in my life right now has to do with the alcohol I'm consuming. I have this all under control. But what I noticed in my own life is that because of how more present I was, and I don't know, just my life was slower. I was more present. I have more time to spend to actually go to my mother's house, to actually go to my grandparents' house, um, and I don't know. Through that, I just realized that my relationship with my mother, especially, has become better. I think it's also a thing of when you are less destructive as well, your parents are less stressed by you, therefore that they fight less with you, therefore you guys have a better relationship. So I really do think that the decision to like not drink and just like see um, what's gonna happen in my life had something to do with how the relationship with my family is better. And then when it comes to my brother, I another thing that I usually talk about is the fact that distance makes the heart grow fonder. So one of the things that I had to do in order to improve my relationship with my family was move out. And I had a conversation with my grandmother the other day, and she wasn't being nice. She was being mean and asking me, why would you pay so much rent when there's a free room at your mom's house? You can't even live here. And I just looked at her and I was like, what about independence? And I just rolled my eyes and like talked about something else, because I didn't know how to tell my grandmother in that moment that, ma'am, I really needed to do this for my relationship with my family, with my mother and my brother. She just wouldn't get it. And yeah, so it just wasn't worth it. But a lot of people that I do talk about it with do get it. And I have seen it work wonders. I think within months of me moving out, my relationship with my mother improved. But like I said, last year was pretty like crazy. And this year is when I've really seen my relationship with my family improve. And what I'm hoping for is that my relationship with my other people in my family, other members of my family, like my cousins, my cousins, as in my aunt and my uncle's kids, I'm hoping that through time and over time that we can also become closer. I think that that one is just like a different dynamic in that we've we were never close. So now us being like in different places makes it even worse. That we just have very brief interactions when we do bump into each other, and then we just go back to our lives after that. It's difficult. So that one, I'm hoping God can just give me a blueprint on how to develop relationships with them and keep in contact with them and stuff. Because I do desire to be closer to them. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm hoping that there's something in there that you could pick in terms of how to improve the relationships that you do have with your family. I think over and above, no, I think from what I'm saying, just a brief summary is that it takes time, one, and two, you need to do whatever it is that's necessary, whether it's looking into your own destructive behaviors that could possibly be contributing towards making you and your family distant, and also if it means moving out or giving them space for some time, if that's necessary, then I think you should look into that as well. Sometimes you just need to be the prodigal son and you need to go off and let life deal with everyone, and then you guys come back together and then just works out. At the time, like I said, I've mentioned the story quite a few times. At the time, I had gotten advice from my therapist, and like when I moved out, I told him about it, and he was like, "Yeah, that's life. That's what happens when it comes to family. Sometimes the reason why we all are fighting is because you're in this small space, and all of your traumas are just like fighting against each other. And um, once you create that distance and you all go to different places, when you do come back, you come back and you realize that you have a lot more in common than you had realized. And that's one of the things that I'm finding with my brother. We have a lot in common. We have the same sense of humor, um, similar. I'll say similar. We have the, I think it's the same. We have the same sense of humor. We have a lot of shared interests. Recently, he hit me up showing me like we that he's listening to the Beyonce album that we had as a kid. I say we because when we were younger, my brother and I lived almost like twins. Yeah. So we had the B-Day album, yeah, Beyonce, and we had the Chris Brown album as well. And this was one of the things that we bonded with or through. It was music. We were fortunate enough that my mother liked to buy us CDs, and I was telling him the other day that it sucks that we didn't take care of those CDs, because we could have been passing it down to our kids and say, what you know about Beyonce B-Day? So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. I'm not going to say same time, same place, but rest assured, or rather, yeah, rest assured that the videos are going to be consistent.